Hi friends, in this session I would like to explain about catch palette. For that I am taking a process definition. Right click, go to add resources, go to process and select process definition. Okay, I am naming this process definition as catch. Click on apply, open this process. Okay, before going to explain the catch palette, first we should know why we required this. We required this catch palette to handle a runtime exceptions. That means exceptions which are not handled at design time. Tibco is providing three types of error handling mechanisms. First one is error transition, and second one is generate error, and third one is catch. We use first two for design time errors. It means if we are able to predict an error at design time, then we can use the first two. The catch palette is for runtime exceptions. Okay, the catch palette here in the Tibco is like similar to try and catch block in a Java code. If you see the Java code, in Java code we use try and catch block. Okay, try and our code catch exception 1. This is exception 3. Okay, so our code is within this try block. If any error occurred at runtime, this catch will catches that error. Okay, here we used three catch blocks. That means for three different kind of errors. For example, if you are reading a file, you may get an exception like file not found, or you may get an exception like file input output exception, or file code encoding exception, or different types of errors. To handle different type of errors, we can use different catch blocks, or we can use a single catch block to handle all type of errors. Here in this exception 1, we can replace like file not found. If file is not found, then this catch block will be executed, and the code here, exception code, exception handle code 1, this will be executed. If you keep file input output exception, then this code, the code which is inside this catch, this catch block will be executed. Like similarly, this try and catch in a Java, we have catch palette in a Tibco. Okay, now I am taking catch palette. Right click, go to add resources, go to general activities and select catch. Okay, if you observe that this configuration panel, it has three tabs. First one is configuration, second one is output, and third one is error output. In the configuration, we have two important activities which are catch all and exception to catch. This catch all is to catch all exceptions, and this exception to catch is if you want to this catch for a particular type of exception, then we can select an exception in the drop down. As of now it is showing nothing because there is no code within this process. Okay, except start and end. Here we don't have any activity. Now I am adding activity. In this example, I want to read a file. Go to file and read a file. Okay, save this project. Now observe this read file, the error output. So these are possible exceptions that read file can generate. File not found, unsupported encoding exception, file IO exception. Okay, if you observe the catch, now see the drop down, those three are reflecting here. That means if any error occurs at runtime at this read file, this catch will catches that error. You can select one of these three, or if you want this catch for all type of exceptions, then click on catch all. Okay, so this is like modified as invisible, so you cannot select a single exception. Click on apply. Okay, now before explaining the importance of catch, now I'm deleting this catch. So we should also know why to handle an error. Okay, now for example, there is a requirement like you want to read 10 files in a single job using iterate activity, iterate grouping activity. Okay, while reading by sequentially you are reading files from file number 1 to file 10. While reading the file 3 or file 4, you got an exception and the job will be terminated and you cannot read the next files like 6, 7, 8. In that situation, you have to handle that error and you have to inform to the customer also. You have to inform to user that we got an error while reading a file 3 and we are able to read and remaining all files. Okay, so for that cases we should handle an error. Okay, now I am giving a read file input. File name is, it is in D drive, under file folder /123 dot 111 dot txt. Click on apply. Save this project. If you go to this location under computer D drive under file folder, there is no such a file which is 111.txt. Now I want to read that file. Sure, we will get an exception. Run this process. Okay, observe we got an exception like this file was not found. Close. If there are any activities after this read file will not be executed because the job is terminated. To handle these errors at runtime, we use catch. Click on catch all, click on apply. And one more important point is this catch is for entire this process. It is not only meant for a particular activity, so you cannot draw a transition from read file to catch. Okay, it is illegal. And you can draw a transition from catch to further activities. Okay, now I want to inform that user that this file is not present. Go to file and select write file. Okay, I am giving location. It is in the drive under file folder /errors.txt and text content. Click on apply. Save this project. Okay, now run it. Now observe the job is successfully completed. We got an error at read file and the catch is catch that error. It is written into a file. Now go to the location. Now observe, we got a file errors and it has text content that file was not found. Like this, we use catch activity to handle at runtime exceptions. We can keep this catch activity within a group. For example, if you are keeping all these in a group, okay, like this also you can handle. If you are keeping one more catch here, if any exception occurs within this group, this catch will catch that error. If any exception occur outside of this group, this catch will be handled. Okay, for example, if you are calling a subprocess using call process, an exception is occurred within this call process, this catch also will catch that error. You can use a single catch activity for entire project by keeping this catch activity at main process. Okay, that's all for catch activity. Please visit mytibco.com for more important videos and interview questions. Thank you for watching. Thank you.